What's up, Ravens fans? It's time to get to your questions in our weekly mailbag segment. So let's just go ahead and jump right into them. People are already thinking free agency around here, Ryan. The first question is from Do Ching. And the question is, could the Ravens go after Terrelle Pryor or Alshon Jeffery? He's got his mind on some big goals here.
No, they're not going to go after those guys. I mean, have we not learned our lesson from free agencies of years past? The Ravens never signed the big play wide receiver that we all want them to sign.
What about Steve Smith? He was a big play wide receiver.
Yeah, but he was at the tail end of his career. It wasn't like these two guys who are entering the prime of their careers and are going to be the highest priced guys on the market. Steve Smith, you were kind of getting at a bargain because he only had a few years left. Now, that's been more their MO. They got Steve Smith. They traded for Anquan Bolden.
Mason.
They picked up Derek Mason. That's been more their style, and that's what I expect this offseason.
Yeah, I mean, Ozzie Newsome said that he's going to have his eye out there for one of those, veteran acquisitions.
Whoever gets cut.
But it's who gets cut. Yeah, I totally agree with that. All right, the next question comes to us from Twitter, and the question is, why are they still looking to add another running back when they have Buck Allen as another option on the roster already? Well, first of all, I think that the Ravens look at their running back situation, and what John Harbaugh has said is they want a game breaker. They want somebody that can take it to the house every single time he gets his hands on the football. Right now, Buck Allen hasn't shown that. I think the Ravens still think that they have high hopes for Buck Allen. Even when John talked about wanting to add another running back, he mentioned Buck Allen, made sure to say he's still on the roster. And, late in the season, he looked like he was kind of coming on in practice. That's not something that we're watching, but they liked what they saw from him on the practice field. So I'm not going to close the door completely on Buck Allen, but the Ravens are absolutely going to look in this draft to see if they have one of these guys with elite speed, with elite elusiveness that can make defensive coordinators stay up late at night.
Or even a huge guy like a Leonard Fournette if you were to drop down there. If they say he's a stud,
a stud.
I think they could go for that.
Yeah, game breaker can take on a lot of different shapes and sizes.
How did Ezekiel Elliott do this year? Did that help the Cowboys at all?
Yeah, I think he was okay.
Yeah, he did all right.
Yeah, if the Ravens can get a guy like that, I think they're absolutely going to be just fine with it.
Yeah, I agree. The last question comes from Shane Kurswell, and Shane asks, do you think the drop-off from the defense at the end of the season was because they were worn out from carrying the offense all season? Dang, Shane, just putting it pretty bluntly there. No, I don't think that was really the main reason, at least, that the defense struggled the last 4 games of the season. I think competition played into that. The Patriots are a pretty good offensive team, so are the Steelers. Another reason, and I think the biggest reason, was the absence of Jimmy Smith in that secondary. I think that really changed things. The Ravens then had to use their safeties more to help out on the back end with the secondary because they still didn't want to give up the big play. It took away more of their run defense, took away another defender in the box.
And also you have Le'Veon Bell getting
right. Then it's a numbers game,
Yeah.
exactly. And if you don't hold that edge, which I think they kind of wore down a little bit holding the edges sometimes late in the season. Terrell Suggs with his arm injury, he was really battling injuries. They wore down a little bit on the edges, so they had to supplement there to shore things up with that safety, or with the safety in the back end. So it just kind of worked against them on different levels. I would say the defensive tackles, Michael Pierce even told me after the season ended, yeah, it's my rookie season. I kind of hit a wall a little bit. Yeah. My condition needs to be better next season.
All right, so those are all the questions that we have time for today. But as always, we love to hear from you guys. So send in those questions on social media. Use the hashtag RavensMailbag. So thanks for sending them this week. Keep them coming, and have a great rest of your day.